Hello and welcome. I am Raziel and it is Sunday. It is time for the Sunday pre-order preview, as I do every week. Now, this one is not one that I would tend to talk about. It's not something that I play or have very much interest in. It is, of course, all Warhammer, well, Age of Sigmar basically, but you've got several games which are based around the Age of Sigmar system, game. One of those two. One of those words work. Now, the first one is Warhammer Underworld's Death Gorge. Gotta say, it looks pretty nice. Got some nice looking models there. It is a starter set. These are pretty good in price, to be honest with you. I've never actually had an issue when they actually come to pricing these things. They always seem to be, pretty good. And again, we have some nice new models, as always. And yeah, I've got to say, well, this one is the Yidding Deepkin, the watery elves, and it has Lanesh as well. I'd like to see. They're not really showing off the models, unfortunately. Like, it's a bit of a shame, to be honest with you. But there's several models there, and you can't really see much. It's a bit of a shame. I wish they showed what the models were, but they probably look pretty good. I mean, you can't really fault Games Workshop that much. They do have some nice looking models, and that is the Death Gorge one. Now, I mean, it looks alright. Like I said, I don't actually see any real issue with Games Workshop and the Underworlds, because they do actually tend to sell them pretty well. And, they don't really go over the top that much with the price. They go, the starter set at the moment is £40, but that's not the one I've just read. And the Word Hollow one, I think, which was the previous one, was £65. So you can pick these games up relatively low price for Games Workshop, and it's going to be about a weekend. The second is a new starter set, and that has two new. It's got more new models as well, which looks good. Again, it's probably about £40 to £45, and I hope they don't go over the top. I hope they remain £40 price, which is what the previous one was, rather than charging more. Just because it's new and new models, this would be a crying shame, to be honest with you. I mean, they look good, and the game, I'll tell you what, I've had a couple of games. It's not a game I really play, and it's not a game I would go out of my way to play either. And they tend to be a lot of fun to play. And, it's a good afternoon wasting over the weekend. Yeah. So here you go, you've got two new boxes for that. Next is Warcry, Hunter and Hunted. Over Narworld stomachs are rumbling over more pits, and okay, this looks like a kind of expansion. I mean, that's best I can call it, really. And you get new models. Now, I was looking at this and I was thinking, ooh, what would it be like? I mean, they look nice. You've got a nice little bit of scenery there, which is very much ogreish. I mean, if you're going to do ogres for a new world, the old world, I should say, not the new world, this might be a good box to start with, because you've got 5 gorges there, and I don't know if this would be too much and what price it would be at, but given the price of, Warcry being about the same as Kill Team, so you're talking about £40 Kill Team, a herd or whatever they call them. So, this is the first time we've seen this, and I don't know. I think it looks pretty good, but I do know, right? So here's the thing I've been thinking about with this one. So let's get back on track here. But if it's less than £90, this might be worth buying, because you have 5 gorges, and gorges at the moment are £18 each. So this might be worth getting just to save money on your gorges, if it's less than £90. I think it would be, given what's in it. I can't see this being much more than 70 quid. I'd be very shocked, and that would be an absolute nasty surprise for anyone if this is over £90. But yeah, if it's less than, I would definitely get it just for gorges, because you will save money on your gorges, you get more models as well, and it's actually pretty good. It could actually be a nice money-saving kit. Next is Warcry Crawl Boys, Monster Killers. So, again, I do like Crawl Boys, they look pretty cool. You've got like a couple of monkeys in there. Yeah, they look nice. I do like the main boss. I like the skull on his shoulder. You know, the Squig Goth GIF. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Looks pretty mean. Got some Flame Seekers for the not dwarves, the things that are dwarves but not really dwarves. And they have a little pet dragon too. These are basically Slayers. And a female Slayer too. There's one of those. I'm not saying anything, it's just a female Slayer. It is what it is. The models look nice. Well, it's a couple of there's 2 female Slayers. Tell you what. Well, I could say any real complaint about that is that the females don't have beards. I always think it's weird for dwarf women not to have beards. I read too much Pratchett, I really do. You got some terrain. If you watch this channel long enough, you know my opinion on terrain. Age of Sigmar's warbands. I don't know what this is. Oh, these are like the kids. I don't know what they're doing with this. Right, let's read that. Originally released for Warhammer Underworld, these warbands all have rules in Age of Sigmar and are getting standalone release in grey plastic without their cards. Warbands are Gorchos and of Drum. Okay, so basically, instead of buying these for Warcry, you can buy, for Underworld, you can actually buy these for the army that you play, which is not bad. I mean, I've always liked the Skaven one. That was always a nice one to use, and it's nice to see that these are actually getting some proper releases. Now, it all depends. My opinion on these will be definitely dependent on one thing. Whether or not the price goes up or down. If they go down because, you know, they don't have the cards and it's just the grey plastic, fine, right? They'll be good. But if they go up, or even stay the same, yeah, that's not a good thing, because, you know, they're meant to be less. If it's less, then you should have to pay less, in my opinion. If it's more, pay more. If it's less, pay less. And that is really what I mean. Like, 20, I mean, they're not that expensive anyway, at £26 for Underworld. And I hope they stay like that. I mean, maybe they only just went down to £25 or £22.50. I know people are going, oh, you can't expect that. You want, honestly, if I'm getting less, I want to pay less. And that's that simple. So hopefully they'll go down in price. I do hope that. And White Dwarf. Yeah, I don't buy that. New Blood Bowl character. In a world of bone crunching. I don't know. It might be plastic. It looks good. Or definitely Dark Elf though. Very nice, a Dark Elf model. Kirioth Krakeneye is a skilled runner. Once per game, can squirt black ink and fully remove a player's tackle zone, leaving opposing players grasping in thin air. Dark Siege actually looks really nice. I hope he's plastic and not resin. I don't mention that it's Forge World, so fingers crossed. Realms there. Okay, next 2 things are a couple books, and that'll be us. Anyway, so the next thing is Realm Slayer is getting its proper release. Actually, it's kind of good. I like Gortrek. I think he's a good character. I enjoy reading the books. I like to see him in Age of Sigmar. So yeah, I don't know what. I haven't read this book. I can't make a comment on this book. I haven't read it. And he's trying to find his friend Felix. Okay, so yeah. And you got one of the crime books. These aren't too bad. They're quite good reads if you're into crime novels set in the 40k universe. It's nice to see in some of these you do see the different side of the Inquisition rather than just murder, exterminatus. You actually see them being a police force of the 40k, which is pretty good. So yeah, you go. It's not a bad little wonder. It's actually not bad at all. I mean, like I said, my opinion on this is really low. Really mute. Because honestly, there's not much here I'd play. I mean, the models look good. And you can save money on the Gorges, probably. This could be a nice money-saving kit for people who play Ogres. And that's about it. And, well, that's it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And I'll see you all again soon. And that's it. Speak to you all again soon. Of course, there's links to Wayland Games if you wish to save money on your Warhammer, as always. Up to 20% off. And, of course, free delivery after £20. And also, next day delivery is £4. It's an absolute bargain for next day delivery. It's fantastic. I love it. I use it all the time. There is Forbidden Planet for those who like comics and other geeky stuff. And there's my comics, my merchandise, cups, t-shirts, etc. And of course Patreon. As always, if you're going to help this channel, I'd rather you go and buy something for yourself rather than just give me money. Because either way, you're supporting the channel. And if you buy yourself something, we both win. And it's great. And I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye. Bye-bye.